So I was there one day, then Sheldon just called me to the studio. So when he called me, I was like, as you are here, what do you want to do for yourself? Are you just going to be scanty, and then that is it? Then Sheldon advised me that create a channel, but I won't tell you what to do. Come up with something that you feel you can do. If it's even maybe the hour of the day that maybe you do something different, not the same thing that maybe KSS is doing, but something your own way, that after people watch you on KSS, they can come to your platform and also watch you. He forced me to, like, it shouldn't be like procrastination. I am a Fanti. But when they hear my name, oh, he said, before I even explain, they say, oh, he's from Volta region. When they gave birth to me, my mom didn't name me, my dad didn't name me, my family didn't name me. My name, I was named by the doctor. Yes, so the story was that when they gave birth to me, I was dead. When my mom gave birth to me, when I came from her womb, I was dead. So they had to just get rid of me, take me to the morgue or whatever they have to do. So they asked the nurse and the doctors to do the necessary operations. So my family were like sad, they were crying, then they were taking me away. So per this is the information from the doctor. I was born at Kolebu. So when they were taking me, the doctor said before they got to, let me say, the morgue or wherever they would dispose me, I shook my left hand. So my left hand moved, and then the doctor asked them to take me back to the emergency ward. So they took me back to the emergency ward where my mom is. Then this is what the doctor told my mom: your Redeemer is alive.
Wow.
So your Savior, Redeemer means Savior.
So Scanty the trend, and the trend is Scanty the trend. It be wild because you see, most of the times we look at heroes, our heroes. Most of the people now we look up to. You understand, and then we think that life has been normal for them. We think that life has been going okay for them. We think life is okay for everyone, but then deep down they are going through a whole lot, and they have a whole lot of things going on. None of us know. But then they come on screens and come and laugh. And then, joke around and we all laugh and we think like, oh, this guy is our guy. This guy, you see. This is why Scanty the trend though. My name is Silence and this is what they go on TV. So, you see, years back, Kwadwo Sheldon was doing this alone. Was doing this, year of the day alone and all that. Most of the time, he come and talk. You can't take and a whole lot of things. And then fast forward. He started growing. You see, the company started growing. Kwadwo Sheldon was looking for people to work with. So aside finding a couple of people Kwadwo Sheldon was working with, those people who go on the street and all that, Kwadwo Sheldon came up and then, found this guy who was there to, as an employee, but then was on the national service, you see, personnel. So this guy came up and then, all of a sudden we started seeing this guy on screens on Kwadwo Sheldon, KSS Studios. So we were all like, okay, this is really nice. You see, this is nice. This is okay. This is quite, good. And the guy came with a certain flavor. You see, he had this flavor that if he comes and he's speaking with, Kwadwo Sheldon, he has this kind of consistency. He has his way of speaking with the people. He has his way to get to your soul with, that kind of funny comment he makes and then how he projects or how he speaks about. And one thing that is even killing most of us is how, he breaks the music down. You understand? This music breakdown, Kwadwo Sheldon, they do one very well. But then this guy came up and then, he started with his music breakdown and his mind busting. You understand? So, fast forward, we were all here. All of a sudden, one day, this guy said he's creating a YouTube channel. And then, hey, within 24 hours, this guy is having over 10,000 subscribers with no post. Bro, apart from him, it be only Ronaldo where I see say he create YouTube channel without posting anything, but had over millions of subscribers. Nana, it be only Scanty I see say this thing happen to, especially on our, on our side of this world. You see? So, fast forward, things started moving on for the guy, and then some time ago, one of my friends said he met this guy driving CRV around. They went to buy some fufu and a whole lot. And then this guy has been consistent on KSS. Coming up when Kwadwo Sheldon is not there, stepping in Kwadwo Sheldon's shoes, and, right now, he's a household name, and then everyone has accepted this guy, like, hands down. No one is complaining about his, talks. Unlike Paradise that came the other time, and you see when he talks, people think that this guy is speaking, not fine, all that kind of thing. But then fast forward, we woke up today and we came up with Connected Minds podcast, and we saw a video over there of Scanty being interviewed. And you see, some of the interview, when it comes to this thing, sometimes you might cry, some of them too, you might laugh. So we were thinking that, the way this guy, is kind of funny and all that. Yeah, we were going to hear about stories that would be quite funny, so we can all laugh. But then it went in deep, and we realized, people are really going through it. You understand? He also really went through it like mad, bro. So this guy was born dead. According to him, he was born dead. Born dead. You see, if you've been to hospitals and you've been to, this kind of labor ward and all that, you realize that, hey, things are really going on. And this was the first time I've heard someone being born dead. But this guy was born dead and he wasn't moving. So, the doctor was like, baby. And then, one say, and one say, much mind about no apija was saying, hey, no, I saw nine, no, they were saying. So they were going to the mortuary wherever they want to go and dump him. And then, according to him, they said his left arm moved. So when it moved, and the doctor was like, no, bring the guy back. Carry the baby, go put down. So you see, the mom was already crying. The parents and everything, the siblings around were also crying. And then all of a sudden, they were like, doctor, how did they crying? Oh, man, could see, it was like, your Redeemer is alive, bro. That way that the doctor used, your Redeemer is alive, was the name that was given to, Scanty. And it's funny, because I've never heard anybody called a Redeemer, like the name Redeemer. I've never heard anyone called Redeemer. And if they were to give me 10,000 years to guess Scanty's name, I would have always got it wrong, or I would have always had it wrong. Because, hey, no one, this thing will not even flash on your mind saying, you can call someone Redeemer. But then according to him, the doctor named him. And that name, or that thing that he mentioned, your Redeemer is alive. And I said, no? That's it. Bro, we thought that was it. So it's normal. It came to we can. Then on the birthday of his sister, his dad died. A DB, a full-time DB, 100% DB. Now they low battery. 1% say if they beg. Bro, have you ever been in that situation that your parent or your mom or your dad is having a good job, and then all of a sudden things go down, and you see you come back to that 0 point? This guy was zero, to zero. And not that alone. So many things happened. So many things. Like, bro, papa, a whole lot of things happened. And he even lost his sister. Bro. School fees was difficult. He had no plans of, But then today, we can boldly say that he is the breadwinner of the house. You see, this is a typical life story that we need to believe. And this is a typical, hope. It's better than, those pastors. The ones they've been telling you, hey, you'll be here. Or I'll be here. Bro. You see, if I was to be in his shoes, I wouldn't have survived. Neither would you. Because if you live a good life, you see, or if your parents are having that level, to come down, to be begging, to be sleeping with friends, as he's even now doing, living with friends, 2 friends, bro, that is hell. But then today, he's the breadwinner of the family. He's the one to shift the family. According to him, he's the one shifting the family, changing the family route. So our route now, poverty, he's the one changing the whole scene. And one thing, we all see Kwadwo Sheldon as will be our fucking kakra. We all know, yeah. Me personally, I know. But you see, in as much as Ubi fucking Ubi papa, you see, and one thing, I would never, is to stand anywhere and talk bad or, bad mouth Kwadwo Sheldon or to anybody, bro. I never go do those things. You see, everyone has this good part and this bad side. This Scanty came out and he was like, before this even channel thing came up, it's Kwadwo Sheldon who sat him down and was like, hey, you've been here on this show. You have this talent. We can see it. Do something for yourself. I wouldn't tell you what to do. You can do something like Yawa of the Day or in a different way. Not like what you do in KSS, but you can do something different. Create your own channel and do something. You see, this thing that Kwadwo Sheldon did, bro. I'm even grateful, like to him, past Scanty, because right now I have a different thought for Kwadwo Sheldon. You see, people are really bad, and you see, working for someone, especially on this media field, working for someone after getting all this fame, you see, Adrian Boni Bebandi Pani team say you will take the fame away and ono na no aduane bebono. But for Kwadwo Sheldon to say, hey, create account for yourself. When he knows, say, if account in the movie, Scanty will be getting money on his own, and the work now KSSE would be rendered, useless, and I say irrelevant to Scanty, He still went ahead to sit down with the guy and said, say, create an account for yourself. No boss would want you to overtake him in any way. But then Kwadwo Sheldon, this thing that Kwadwo Sheldon do, bro, forever. He has my respect forever. You get it? And then according to him, after creating the account, they had an idea of, sitting with Uber drivers and then asking them. So he just made it normal ride and normal thing, normal name. But then he sat down with his friends and they all went to Kwadwo Sheldon and then they have a talk. And then they came up with Scanty Explores. And that very day that they released the channel, boom. And you see, wow, if God says, bless you, forget about where you are. Forget about where you are coming from. Forget about whatever that has happened on the way. Forget about the fact that you had no name and as you be a name. Okay, Joseph. Yeah. You don't know to ever. What I say? A bruning Katiana, Ninuanum Beto, Quansunti. What I say? A bruning Katia Ninuanum Beto, Quanso Mukufi on Betonti. Omotono normally did 2 pesos. The 2 bruning Katia or Quansukufi. Because I'm here. By the end, he became the greatest. The dream came true. You understand? So Scanty coming from that angle, it's not too surprising. But what is really surprising me is the fact that a boss will tell you, say, do that something that I'm also doing. And he doesn't even care about you getting the fame. He doesn't care whether you get the money and move on with your life. And then, you see, people have seen all these things and could be very skeptical. But then, he also went ahead. Hey. So after creating the account, everything started booming. One day, we all got up and then realized that this guy is having over 500,000 views after just one day posting. One day posting. After a week, the thing is getting to 1 million views. Bro, there are some Scanty explored Snake Island. It's a snake village. Hey, just some few months you created, YouTube. Your boss allowed you, your boss told you security. Bro, Kwadwo Sheldon and Kwanda. So upon listening to this guy, you all should go and watch Connected podcast. Go and watch Scanty, bro. Life is not as easy like you. That's 4 corners of your bedroom. Now you think that life is easy. Life is really tough. And bro, I really respect Scanty on this, because you will be anchor by this time. He will be smoking. Nka onim red. Wafabe 10. By this time, he would have been on the streets. But this guy is going back, pushing. It was those days, back KSS studio, Grana, Yeshena, was and say there, no lie. But you see today, so you see wherever you are, don't give up. Whatever you are doing, don't give up. Push harder. You might meet someone, a boss like Kwadwo Sheldon, and you will see your elevation right in front of you. It will shock you. So this is the reason why Scanty is trending. You see? And so we all should go and watch the video. We all should, partake in watching the video and see how life is, and see how he narrates his life story, and then see how best we can also, relate to that kind of thing, and we also put in effort to grow ourselves. What I say. So this has been What They Go On, and it was brought to you by Craving Scanner and Car Haven Ghana. We'll come back with the next one. Catch you later.